We're a bit bare today.
Yeah. Well, not because I'm a bear, but because you meant B-A-R-E?
Yes.
Okay. Thought you meant B-E-A-R.
No.
Like me. I'm a bear in the gay community.
Me too.
You're not gay.
In the gay community, though, I am a bear.
All right.
What up, y'all? This your boy Westside Willie, pilot of the Bebop, coming in. I'm just letting y'all know that we will be departing from Detroit very shortly. So everybody get in their seats, sit down, relax, and if there's any thickums on this flight, you're invited to the cockpit.
Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick-tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling. Baby, come and hold me tight. Cause the sky's falling in deep space, writing these jams. All I need is Jordan, don't look back. It's a price on your head, and they'll double that pay. If you alive, not dead. These cats is new to these scenes and new to these walls. And when the shots start firing, they start to look for the duck. Baby, don't get too close. I'm a cowboy. Wake up and see that I'm gone. I'm where the stars going. One thing I can say about life is that it's not born. And one thing I can say about us, we'll never stop hunting. I'm with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic. I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up with my day ones, double shot, messing with my third eye. Brody wanna tag along, well we need a fourth mic. I plead the fifth. If the feds start catching up in space so long, I'm getting used to us suiting up.
All right, what is up, Bebop Boys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about anime, comic books, TV shows, movies, and all types of fly shit. What up, fellas? How's your weekend?
Howdy. We're a bit.
I didn't know where that one was going.
Neither did I, obviously.
I was like, does he have it?
We're a bit bare today.
Yeah. Well, not because I'm a bear, but because you meant B-A-R-E?
Yes.
Okay. Thought you meant B-E-A-R.
No.
Like me. I'm a bear in the gay community.
Me too.
You're not gay.
In the gay community, though, I am a bear.
All right.
They had this exact conversation on It's Always Sunny, like verbatim.
Yeah, see?
And I think he would identify as a bear.
Boom. Anyway,
Anyways.
are we doing a weekend recap?
Anyway.
Clear's not here. So,
You know what? Let's do a full
let's
weekend
do a
recap.
full
just to
weekend
talk about,
recap.
just to make Lear mad.
Okay, Matt, how was your weekend?
It was a good weekend. It was a great weekend. I spent
Hi, Chuck.
Chuck also had a great weekend. He's
Yeah.
agreeing right now. Wow. What?
Where the fuck was he at?
He was hiding so that he didn't have to go in the cage. We
Sit
have a
down.
guest today.
We got a special guest. But yeah, how was your
It
weekend?
was great. You know, Comic-Con, that was great. Spent it with you guys. But little interesting story, like straight out of a horror movie. So M, she's been staying with her sister. And she was saying how there's been a guy on the porch across the street that every single time they're outside is on the porch standing up, just staring at them. No matter what, just straight up staring at them, and how weird it is and something else. And in my mind, since they weren't too frantic about it, I wasn't like thinking it was that crazy, but I was like, yeah, that's probably weird. Anyways, over the weekend, so it's like probably midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
We're in front of her sister's house. We're just smoking in my car. And the dude, like she mentions, she's like, there he is. And he is literally on the porch. There's no light on the porch. You just see a figure just standing still. and I have to like look back for that. So I'm just like, I was like, oh, wow, you guys weren't wrong. That's pretty weird. And she's like, yeah, I told you. I was like, yeah, that's pretty strange. Anyways, about an hour later, so now it's like 1 or 2 a.m. He's walking up in the middle of the street, and then he's like looking to that house, looks back here, looks at me, and then starts walking back, staring in the car. And I just look away, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, what is he doing right now? It's kind of weird. Like, all right, like I'm kind of getting weirded out now. And then after like 10 minutes, she's like, all right, I gotta go, peace. And so as I'm pulling up or driving back, I see him still on the porch, just staring, like just standing there. And so his house is like right here. I start going down this way, and I'm like, you know what? No, I want to fucking see him again. So I turn around and go that way. He's off the porch in his driveway. So I'm driving this way. His truck's right here. He's in the driveway standing right there. So I don't see him until I pass his truck. He's just standing in the driveway. Just like just like this.
What the
Not moving. That's when I immediately pulled over, not in front of his house, like a few houses down, and started texting him. I was like, all right, everything that I was saying before, out the window. Call the fucking cops. This man is a fucking, there's something going on.
Lock the door.
Like, I was telling her, like, that was actually weird. It wasn't just like some cautious, like, hey, what's going on there? Standing there, and then when I pull off, as I'm pulling off, I see him on the porch. I pull off, and then as I'm going back, he's in the driveway. So he was starting to walk down.
Yeah.
And like, whew, so
That
that's what happened this weekend.
I would have shot that nigga.
Dude, I told them, I said, if that happens to me again while I'm there, it won't be good. I'm going to be causing something.
Yeah. Like,
I would
what
have
the
a
fuck are you
conversation with
doing?
the man, see how he's doing physically and mentally.
Oh yeah.
See if he likes the family size bag of Doritos.
Oh yeah. That would say a lot about him.
Yeah.
No, real shit though. I kind of think gang stalking. I kind of think that might be
I don't know.
it might be at play. You guys know what that is?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be at play there.
Yeah, that's
watched too many
what city
horror
was
movies,
this?
Okay.
What city was this?
Warren.
Oh.
What side of Warren? What part?
Yeah. We're well. We won't
We're
tell
not
where
gonna
people
dox.
live, but where
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
some,
yeah,
where's
yeah.
some crossroads?
Is
like
it
that?
South Warren?
The nice part of Warren.
I'd say it's a nicer area.
the East Detroit part of Warren.
Kinda. No.
Not a
No, that's
nicer
not a
part.
nice
No,
area.
no. It's because I'd say it's Shaner. Like Shaner
Hey,
Warren.
Shaner
Nor-
takes you
like,
all
so-
the way through.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah,
to say,
no.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Which
no.
part is Shaner Warren? Like, all right, so we north or where we at? Were we
It
in
would
the
be
middle?
North. It would be north.
So
North.
I used to be on 8.5 in Topher, which was like
Ooh.
Shaner. That's
Oh
like
yeah,
right
no.
outside
It's
Detroit.
around. It's actually 13 miles. 13 miles.
Oh,
okay,
you're
yeah.
fine.
Then
No,
that's just
she's
no,
fine.
that's just
She's in-
creepy activity.
That-
no,
just-
it's
no,
that's
that's-
very creepy.
You know, you don't know
Extremely
if
creepy.
you don't know if you're getting like hood activity or Ted Bundy activity. You know, like it's a mixed bag.
So
in
I
there.
did
That's
mention that
Ted
too,
Bundy.
where all the way down the street, I always see like a truck with a guy always out, and it's in the middle of the road, like on the corner of it. And I was telling her, I was like, dude, maybe this dude's like a watch out for like stalking shit. I mean, not stalking, drugs, shit, like making sure like, what the fuck's going on in there?
Nigga, get a life. Go in the fucking house.
Ah, dude, why are you not asleep at that point?
Yeah,
too?
for
You said,
real,
like,
like,
what,
nigga,
2
why
in
are
the
you
morning?
at-
It
who
was,
just-
yeah, it was.
What are you
2 or 3 in the
doing?
morning.
Did it feel good outside?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd sit outside, but I have my porch light on, and I'd be like,
No, exactly.
Oh,
And
hey,
apparently
dude.
that's how he acts every time, every day.
Yeah, that's. Do they not see him
what if
do
he's a
anything
robot?
else?
No, they don't notice anything else.
First AI to own a house.
That's
Doesn't know what
it.
to do.
He could be a synth.
Synth, yeah.
Yeah, that, whatever. Yeah, where you make sweet piano keys on.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's the first time owning a house, so it doesn't know what to do.
Oh,
Now it's a
going-
program.
but
I'll
I
show
do,
you what to do. So,
like even on my show.
is there an upstairs? To
No, there's a
okay,
basement though.
Okay, well, I would. So what you do is you get a sniper rifle BB gun. All right. Then you
Or
just
paintball.
scope it out, make sure everything's dark, and he's standing out there on the porch and just right in the head.
Do what I would
Just-
do.
My,
You're gonna see if
I
he's
actually
really
like
as
that.
stoic as he looks.
No,
My
do
br-
what I would do.
Oh, what the fuck, man? Hey, who did that?
my
Nah.
brother-in-law,
He
he
does
lived
not look like
3
that.
houses
Sound
down
like
from
that.
us.
You'd be surprised.
He lived 3 houses down from us when we were growing up, and he was up in his room one time. I was next door to his house, playing basketball with one of the kids that lived down my street, and all of a sudden I felt like something hit my like ribs. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it hit me in the fucking chest, and I look up, and him and his friend Paul are just laughing because they were shooting us with airsoft guns.
Bro,
Used to
that's
shoot kids
that's
with
the
that.
kind of shit I'd be on, bro.
Yeah.
You gonna
No, just do what I would do. Test that man. Test that man. Approach him
That's
with your pants off. Really just kind of bring in that sauce. See what he's really about. Because if he's not willing to approach you like that, then he's just acting up. You're going to walk down the middle of the street at 2 a.m. and you're trying to act tough? Have me approach you with my pants off.
No, that's just weird behavior. in
no.
general.
I like that.
Thank you.
I actually like that a lot because, like, in that
Match my energy.
situation, if in that situation, if he is like, it's not just normal like well, what's going on over there? Shit, it is very weird
Walk
shit.
up and
So I
down.
go up-
You're not even
so I
the
go up
full
there
middle
with
of the
just my
street.
pant, like take off my pants, just stare at me like, what do you want? to get?
Like watch him, let him watch you
Exactly.
remove your pants,
Ugh.
and then approach the bench.
I prefer violence. So
I prefer testing people and seeing how weird they're willing to take.
A little,
no,
do
because
a little bit of both. You know,
I
take
would-
off my
no.
pants and beat his ass.
I'm going straight with violence because
You
he was
always go
doing
straight
that
to
to
violence.
women. He wasn't
That's-
doing that to you. He was
Ye-
doing that to the girls.
Oh yeah, I took
Like,
them out of the
so-
situation. For
so
me, you're
that
the only one
is-
that exists.
I went through like so many conspiracy theories with her, and one of them was also sex trafficking because she was saying it's just me and my
Oh, yeah.
sister, and I was like, maybe he's just scouting.
Yeah, like
Could be
that's
it.
like strange behavior,
Very,
dude.
very,
Like
it's
that's like,
very strange.
and then some guys, like I've read
I wouldn't
stories,
start
and
with
like
violence first, because what if he's just a weirdo? What if
you're gonna find out.
well,
That's
no.
that's what I'm saying. Some guys are just weird. They like to fuck with people. Like I remember
like-
reading a story about like some dude that said it was a Reddit thing, and he literally said that he just liked chasing women. Like he wasn't gonna touch them or do anything. He just liked to scare them. Like
no
guys are fucking weird, bro.
They are.
I would have beat his
Well,
fucking
yeah.
ass.
How was your
I
weekend?
like making guys feel uncomfortable. So
We know.
Very
Make us
easy.
feel
It's so much-
uncomfortable
I mean,
every
they-
day.
men have done it their whole lives to women. They need to get it done to them. And what better than a guy making a guy feel uncomfortable? I'm gonna do it all day.
very easy.
I will catcall you all day. What up, heavy sack? That's my new thing. I'm gonna start calling men.
You're
You look
gonna
like you
start
got a
calling
heavy
men
sack.
Heavy sack?
Yeah,
Wait, heavy or happy?
heavy, not happy. Heavy,
Dude, I heard happy,
Happy
3
sack?
times. Happy
No,
sack.
heavy. They make it like they got a heavy sack. My weekend was good. It was a good weekend. I don't remember it at all. Oh, Comic-Con. We went to Comic-Con on Sunday.
Yeah.
I do remember it now. Then we went and got those fucking sandwiches. I've been thinking about
Were
that chicken
burgers?
sandwich. I got a chicken sandwich.
Oh, okay.
That
You're right.
burger
Yeah,
was
don't-
the best burger I've had.
Which-
I got
Sorry.
fast food.
Which one did you
Bro.
get?
I got the buffalo chicken sandwich
I
with
should have
blue
got that
cheese,
one.
Blue
cheese crumble and ranch on that bitch.
That's the one. I
Been
should've
thinking
got.
about that
cheap,
motherfucker.
too.
Mine just
Yeah.
tasted like a Burger King chicken sandwich.
What?
Mine was good.
Mine just tasted like a regular crispy chicken Burger King sandwich.
Yeah, you
not
got a regular.
not the original one, but you know, like the tender crisp that they had. It
I've
was
never-
pretty
I've
much the
never
same patty as that.
Yeah, you had a regular one. I had that buffalo boy with that blue cheese crumble on there. Every bite was like, ooh, you're touching me right. It was very good. I like that place a
I'm
lot.
glad you like
It was fairly expensive, but it was worth it.
Nice, myself.
Well, so
How much was
luckily,
yours?
well, Tiffany paid for me because she's a lovely lady.
Nice.
Shout outs to Tiffany.
But it was for me and her $40.
well,
But
actually,
we both
Wait
got
a
fries and we both got a pop.
mine was 20. So
Yeah, I was about to say big guy said his was 20.
Yeah.
But like the burgers were actual
God
like
damn,
fucking
them niggas
Angus
was
beef.
eating
Yeah,
up
I
our
just got like
they
a,
was eating off our ass like Diddy.
I just
Damn.
got a burger and a drink, and it was only $14 for me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't get the fries.
I know, but is
Fries
it fried
would've
that
took you to
much?
20.
Like,
Yeah,
Jesus
because it's like
Christ.
damn near 20 for every person that was there, and it
Yeah.
was like 7.
And Tony was trying to clown
But-
me. I'm like, I broke, bro.
It was yeah. It was I mean, if you compare that to Five Guys, I would rather have that over Five Guys.
It was
Oh,
delicious.
yeah.
Because I mean,
It was delicious.
like the burgers that they had were genuine burgers.
Yeah, and they were
I could
filling.
taste that
Yeah.
Yeah.
so much.
So there was good quality. The fries were fucking delicious,
Yeah,
and the fruit punch tasted great. So
right.
no complaints from me. It tasted fucking great.
I needed.
I would
an
go back
excuse to
again.
go there. I needed an excuse.
I would
bro,
go there during
I
the,
would,
not
but,
for
like,
any excuse. I'd go there just to eat.
I can't just.
drive an hour.
I cannot justify driving
I can.
40
I'm fat.
fucking minutes just to get a burger and not do anything else in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, then go to the mall.
I don't want to go to fucking 12 Oaks.
Well, don't they still have a pack of sun? A
I
Zoomies?
don't know. Pack of sun.
All right.
Uh, Hello, Sapa. Do
watched-
you know Japan and China actually
No, no,
different
no, 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 no,
countries?
cut, no, 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 no.
Did you see
That was
the
great.
behind the scenes of him recording that?
Yes. He was
South Park is
Hero Sapa. He's like getting into it. Bro, that shit was funny.
He's lost our fans.
Didn't need 'em.
Pakasando. Why do they do that?
I don't. Why
Don't
you
stop,
asking me?
stop.
Why do they do that?
Don't
They always
ask.
add a
Don't
vowel
ask.
to the end.
They just want to do it.
in with the end, bro.
They're not.
Look,
You can't ask two white
You're-
dudes.
you're asking-
why someone else is doing.
can you
something.
guys please tell me, like, okay, so if you were to colonize that country,
Which country?
Japan.
Okay.
As if we haven't.
We haven't.
No one's
We
colonized
have with
Japan.
our
Japan
culture.
No,
has,
Japan was out here
Japan has
colonizing.
colonized other
Yeah,
countries.
they took in. They went to
Oh, yeah.
China and
Yeah,
said, "This
100%.
They
is
was on
ours."
some bullshit,
Yeah,
which is
of course.
crazy because they are vastly outnumbered.
That's
Anyways,
crazy. I love
anyways.
Ip Man 2. Ip Man
Anyway,
3.
yeah. My weekend was good. I had the same weekend as Nick.
Nice.
You know, yeah, we all had the same weekend. We shouldn't have
You
did this
guys
recap.
had dudes staring at you across. the
Dudes
street?
stare at me all the time, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, it's
Very
uncomfortable.
true.
Yeah.
You know, it came
Very
full
true.
circle.
Yeah.
It came full
Yeah.
circle.
So again, let me go. I'll meet that guy. I'll go match energies with him.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
but
tell us about your weekend
I
in
needed
vivid
that-
detail.
I needed that place. I needed a reason to go to that place because I've been
Oh,
thinking
I thought
about
you
it.
meant
And I was so happy when I realized that we were going to Novi because I was like, fuck yeah. And that fucking burger was so good. Bro, that's probably like the best.
I will go with you. You don't need
burger
a
I've
reason.
had.
I will go with
We
you.
will do that. We will do that.
I don't need a reason to eat.
I'd go there and try a burger next time.
Yeah, bro, the burger was
So
so
good.
like flavorful.
It looked
The
good.
only
I wanted
chicken-
to bite.
Juicy as
I don't
shit.
really, I'm not really like a chicken sandwich kind of person. Like
Oh, I am.
only from certain places.
I am.
But like I wanted to try that grilled chicken that they had. That bitch looked good as
some
fuck.
ranch and some cheese.
No,
Oh,
that bitch just looked good.
you just
But-
having it dry?
It had shit on it.
What would you get on yours?
Whatever it came with. I wanted to try the
I'm asking you for specifics. What do you want on your grilled chicken sandwich?
I like
I don't know what came on it. I don't.
there was a
Fucking
grilled
semen.
chicken sandwich. There was a chicken slider from Savvy Sliders.
Mm.
And it had like cheese on it and it had like I think it's called Girardelli, like the peppers and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like that bitch smacked. And I'm pretty sure this one had that on it plus like something else.
Is that what you want on it?
Yeah.
Why'd you say it like that?
Nick was wondering what did you want on it, and you didn't say what you wanted.
My
You
cousin's
just said,
backing me
"I
up."
had." He was
Okay.
getting into it, so I had to get into
Okay.
it.
I feel like I'm being double teamed.
This man's been bowling.
I'm a chicken sandwich connoisseur. I've tried to have one at every single place there is.
You should have got the buffalo.
Costco?
Yo, Food Wars is making
Wait, go on. Finish
The
your
lunchroom?
thought.
I've never been.
the lunchroom, the foil bag, fucking.
Hell yeah, I have some in the freezer.
Oh my god!
Those are
I got
good.
the spicy ones, the Tyson spicy ones.
Those are good.
But he doesn't like the Burger 21 ones. The place was called
No,
Burger
I didn't
21.
say it was
by the way.
bad.
He
You
said
didn't
it
get to
just
finish.
tasted like.
Like,
He said it reminded him
You
of a
didn't
Burger
finish your meal.
Because I barely finished my meal. I'm a slow eater. I graze throughout the day.
Graze.
Great.
That's
I graze
What a-
through the
That's a
day.
good choice of word.
I like that.
Did you take it?
No, because I had a bunch of food here, so
Oh,
I was
that
like,
makes
I'm
sense.
probably not gonna eat it.
yeah, it wouldn't
Okay,
do
that makes sense.
Yeah, leftovers for
That
the
shit.
week.
You know what I realized though about this weekend when we went to Comic Con. Comic Con is probably the only place that I would tolerate doing what you do at Comic Con. Like I wouldn't do that anywhere else.
No, it's like going to the mall and people walk slow in front of you, and you're like,
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
move.
yeah.
Like,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, and I was just like, bro, I would not wait in line. I would not walk that far. I would, and you know what else I noticed? Comic Con is really, it's really all about the people. Like it's
about sales.
no, I mean like
What
the
people?
like the people that dress up and like shit like that.
Oh,
if
yeah,
those
yeah.
people
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
there, then it would just be like Gibraltar for like animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I was
it's
going to
like-
say.
that
I
would be
realized more
exciting.
Comic Con because I went to it as a kid, but I couldn't really remember it. And then even just if I see Comic Con in media, San Diego Comic Con, it always seems like it's a big event that shows off new, big, spectacular shit coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here, not saying that there's anything wrong with our Comic Con, it was amazing.
I mean, yeah,
but
ours
it
was
felt more
yeah,
like how you said, just the trade center, just
That's
like
how it feels like
selling your
yeah,
stuff.
I want to go. I want to go to the one in L.A. Like I
San
want.
Diego.
San Diego.
No, there was one in L.A.
That
Is
one's
there?
weaker though.
No, nigga. Last
The
time
San Diego one was the
imagine-
biggest
I was-
one.
I can
I was
imagine LA
waiting in
still,
LA.
right?
I was waiting for something in LA. The first time I went, there was somebody that walked by in a fully built cell
I
costume.
feel that, but trust me.
That shit was hard as fuck.
I agree.
The San Diego, bro, that's
yeah.
the ones. All the celebrities go there dressed up too. Like that's the way that they can finally go out in public and not be noticed.
And then that's the
Because they'll go
Comic Con.
cosplay.
That's the Comic Con that they'll like announce big,
Yeah, the
spectacular,
halls.
mind blowing shit.
Yeah, you gotta go
'Cause-
see all the fucking. You
and-
can see the footage.
I would
Yeah,
never go to
that's
San Diego.
crazy.
See, that's
that-
not that I had that
That's a lie.
expectation
I would
going
go
here,
to
but I
San
thought there's going to
Diego.
be more like main event type stuff.
We also went on
there are
Sunday.
things at this one, like they did like panels with celebrities, like I forget who it was from Twister. She did
there's
like a Q&A.
bunch of
So they do stuff like
True.
that at ours, but it's like, I mean, you're in Michigan, the motherfuckers aren't coming out here for this bullshit. But we get some good shit,
No,
and it's
that is
fun to
a
just
good one,
converse with all the artists, the local boys, some from not even from around here come out, or girls, sorry, boys or girls, but
The
other
guy that
artists
gave
come
us
out.
that guy that gave us that poster is I think they said they're from Arizona.
Yeah, the one that we interviewed with like all the words in the faces and all that. Like I just seen his shit getting promoted on Twitter today.
Oh, that's dope.
Like someone like from somewhere else was like, "Yeah, this dude's artwork is fantastic."
Yeah, it was dope.
And
Yeah, it was
so
a great
it's like
time.
it's cool
Next
to
time I'm-
interact and get artwork from like all around.
yeah.
No, I
I agree.
just wouldn't.
Don't
I
buy
just-
comics.
No, I just realized. I thought about it while I was there, and I was like, "This is probably the only place." Which it did end up bothering me, but I think it also bothered me because I was wearing the wrong shoes.
Yep.
My shoes.
You gotta wear
were not-
Crocs.
Yeah, you got to wear something with like some support because I was wearing Jordan 5s, and them bitches felt like wood.
Jordans are terrible.
Yeah, so
Vans.
that was a terrible
I
decision.
wore my Yeezys.
I should have wore those.
You should have.
But overall, I was thinking while I was doing it, I was like, this is the only place I would do this shit. Because anywhere else, I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good.
No, I never. That's what also. Yeah, I agree. There's one of the times where I'm somewhere and I'm like, I could stay there for even longer, but I could also leave at any point. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
I'm having a great time regardless.
Yeah.
And I've had a great
And
time.
we could get
I'm
burgers.
satisfied.
The only fucking, you know what? This is what kills it for
Jesus.
me. They didn't have those fucking donuts, though, bro. The donuts, you can only get these donuts at places like that, where they're like, it's the little donut stand, and they sell the plain donuts. They sell cinnamon sugar donuts. They used to sell them at Gibraltar. They only sell them at these places. They had it last time. I went this time. That's half of the reason I'm fucking going. And don't have them. Piss me the fuck off.
They had pretzels.
I want that shit.
They had
They
fuck.
did have pizza.
I want
Did-
that shit.
Did you try the pizza ever?
Yeah,
that
terrible.
fucking
Not
good.
donuts.
Terrible.
It's not donuts.
It's fucking
bad.
donuts, bro. You ever had the Gibraltar donuts?
Did Gibraltar ever open back up?
No.
No, they're like a weed.
They're
place.
dead.
No, I thought it was a semi-truck place.
No weed.
Truck
Oh.
stop.
All the above.
That's disappointing.
Semi-truck weed stop.
I bought my first smartphone from there for $100, and it just started going through everything on the phone on its own.
Was it a BlackBerry?
No, it was
Crackberry is what we used to call those.
a Samsung Galaxy S2.
My first time ever getting scammed was there too. Someone tried to sell me fake vapes, and it just had the lightning bolt on there. Didn't have like the star too. And the guy was like, "Hey, you want these vapes?" I'm not gonna do the accent. That's racist. But he's like, "You want these vapes?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." He's like $60, and I was like, "I'm good." He's like 50, and I'm like,
I
"That
said
you're
I'm
not
good,
convincing
bro.
me, dude. You're going down on price. You're literally solidifying how fake these are." Also, I can see
He's a dumbass.
there was no ape on the back, no nothing. Nothing solidifying that these were. They were just a shoe in a vape box.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's it.
I had a dude do that to me in
No,
like in
I,
a hallway of a apartment building. Except with a jersey. I was just walking down to my appointment for Geek Squad and just walking by and he's just like, "How you doing, man?" I'm like, "Good." And he like pulls out a big jersey. He's like, "You like basketball?" And I was like, "It's like not really." And he's like, "Do you know about basketball?" And I was like, "I know
Not
of it."
really.
And he's like, "This jersey, $10."
You ever heard about it?
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah, he's like, normally this
Just
thing's
a
like
jersey.
70. Yeah. and I
It's
was like,
his from when he played high school basketball. $10.
it was a Pistons one. It was like a Detroit Pistons. And I was like, I'm good.
There was a violence at Gibraltar one
Not
time
violence.
when there was there used to be a fair that they did at Gibraltar,
Mm.
and I don't remember what year it was, but like I was there with like my ex-girlfriend and like my siblings and shit, and we were leaving, and it was, you know how Gibraltar is, like I'm talking about the one in like Mount Clemens.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of semi-hood niggas there, and everybody just there, and then people were walking in between the cars and shit. We were trying to get out, and the car behind us kept fucking honking, and we was like, "You better cut that shit out." Apparently, we pulled off, and some people got mad and started banging on the windows, dragged them niggas out the car, all kinds of shit, bro. It was bad.
That's how it is.
I seen a few things like that. Actually, that has happened at a few places I went. Actually, probably damn near every fireworks I went to after I left, someone got shot.
Everybody gets
killed
shot
or
in the
something.
fireworks.
Or
in
like
Michigan.
stabbed or
St.
something.
I
Clair
got
Sho-
shot at.
Yeah, St. Clair Shores people would get stabbed.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
As they should.
Speaking of
Um,
violence,
Speaking of violence,
Speaking
I'll
of,
touch on the Diddy shit real quick.
yeah, let's go ahead.
All I'm gonna say about this shit. Okay, so Diddy apologized. The video came
Yes,
out.
apology.
The video,
He
yeah,
did.
the video came out of like him assaulting Cassie,
Yeah.
and then he apologized. He just like did like a little Instagram video. He's like, I'm sorry,
Your
trying to
darkest
be a
time.
better man, be your darkest times. And I'm like, listen, far be it from me to judge anybody, but the timeline of this shit went. You did this in 2016. Somehow it was never released, which means it was suppressed because this is another company's security footage. They own that security footage. Like, I know because I used to work in security that they use, like, the cops can't, only the cops can come get that security footage. And they're not just gonna let you have it. Like, they will give it to somebody if it's like in a under like a circumstance of like there's a lawsuit or the police are coming for it because it pertains to a case. Like, they're just not going to let you see it. So that means for that to have not come out, because somebody was watching it, like somebody saw this happen.
Yeah.
they had that saved
And-
specifically.
And then they contacted Diddy
Yeah, or somebody
because they seen a payday.
that nigga. I saw something that said like he paid $50,000, but it's from the internet, so you don't fucking
You
know.
know,
So I was like,
until you see that
I'm
legit
sure
receipt.
that he paid somebody to not let that come out, or he might have bought the footage from him or something. Like, he did something.
He was involved.
He was involved in suppressing that because it was suppressed for 8 years.
or his
Yeah.
agent. but-
So all that shit comes out. Cassie sues this nigga and says, this nigga beat me up in the hallway of an elevator. He dragged me. He kicked me. Blah, 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 blah.
Did she sue him right as this happened?
No,
Or
this was
when
like
did she sue
last
him?
year or early this year. No, it
with
was
a domestic abuse relationship, it usually doesn't happen until after you get out.
No, of course.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. I just wanted to know
No,
the
it was
timeline,
last
like
year.
No,
actually timeline.
I think it
When
was
all this
either
started
the end
coming
of last
down.
year or
Yeah.
early this year or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, you're right.
She sued him, right? And then he settled within 24 hours.
He did.
Okay? Not that that's suspicious at all, but the kicker is that this nigga literally posted these slanderous lies against me, like me and my family. I will not stand for it. Everybody's gonna pay. All right. Then the shit comes out. The video comes out, and he's like, "I'm sorry."
That
I'm like-
tone change.
I'm like,
that tone change. Only way I
Yo,
seen it because
he's-
50 Cent posted it.
50
He's
Cent
most-
is a hoe ass
he's
nigga, bro.
so
I love him.
blatant.
I love 50.
Diddy is so blatantly a coke addict. It's
Jaleel calling me.
crazy.
Should I
Like,
answer the phone?
Ooh.
Who?
Jaleel is calling me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, what up, bro? Yeah, I'm about to put you on speaker. All right, you're on speaker.
Yo,
I got you by the microphone right now, so the people. Yeah. Matt next to me, Mike's next to me. Wes was just saying some stuff right quick.
What's up, Wes?
what up? We're talking about Diddy's cokehead.
We're
ass.
talking about Diddy right now. Are you trying to pod from home right now?
Get this nigga, get the fuck out of here.
I just threw these cupcakes in, man. We about to sing happy birthday in like 30 minutes.
Oh, you had a birthday party. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, you're at home. I thought you said you're at a home. I was about to say a retirement home. But anyway, yeah, we're on Diddy right now.
What somebody just said? What somebody said?
Well,
Lear, get the fuck out of here.
Lear,
bro.
I just called Diddy a blatant cokehead. That's where we're at right now.
We're talking about how his apology was weak as fuck and it didn't come out till the video came out.
He couldn't have put an apology out, period. Whoever
Right.
advised him to put that apology out, they need to be
Fired.
probably in the cell next to that nigga, bro. He should not have put that apology out at all. I mean, that's just admitting double guilt because you already knew about it and you paid for it.
And you lied about it.
And you lied about it.
No, I don't. You didn't just lie about it. You said she was lying about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I hate like when that kind of shit comes out and they're trying to make a think piece of pushing away. Like either just stay quiet or just stand on your shit.
Bro,
like,
this is-
like you know,
Bro,
in
the fucking killer to me, bro. I've noticed. What pisses me off more than even what these niggas do or like anything that happens
Uh-huh.
is the bro, hang up, bro. Get this thing out of here.
I'm gonna let him get his shit off right
Bro,
quick.
no.
yeah, he's in
This
it
nigga
already.
threw me off, bro. He said,
Uh-huh.
bro,
I'm listening to you.
bro. The thing that fucking trips, bro, people kill this shit for me more than anybody else. Like just the like random people.
Oh yeah.
Cause like, bro, I usually don't do this. I made the mistake of looking at the comments when this nigga posted that video, and it was so many people that were just like, only God can judge. I was like, shut the fuck up, bro. I was like, you think this nigga was thinking that shit? You think that? Do you think this nigga was thinking that shit when he
Hell
posted, like,
no.
like, no, shut the fuck up.
Then
And then
also,
I'm like,
where was God when he was beating her up?
exactly. And I'm like, oh, they're like,
He
you know,
clearly wasn't judging.
you know, I'm not defending him, but you know, who are we to judge?
We are here to
you know,
judge.
I'm
You
not,
know who-
I'm not who to, I'm not, I'm not here to defend him, but the
That's-
Bible
you-
says, "Let he who hasn't sinned cast the first stone."
You know who says something like that?
huh?
Somebody else who beats women.
Yeah, like, bro. Not only that, but it's
Another
also
beater.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, it would be one thing if all that he did was
That one incident.
that incident and like he apologized for it. Like he said that he did it, like he did it, and then he apologized for it.
It's the fact
No,
that he had to say that.
There
shit.
was an interjection a couple months ago. He said that this shit was not true.
Yep, that's
He said that
where the-
this was a lie, and he said it. Yeah, bro, like, bro, he just said that shit. This nigga's not sorry. This
No.
nigga knew it. This nigga knew it was true.
You could see it in the apology.
You
That
could
man
see it
kept,
in the-
he wouldn't even look at the camera.
Bro, he knew it was true before it came out and was going hard. Like, bro, like,
Because he
That's-
thought he had enough money to keep him safe.
bro, look, bro.
Orlando Brown sounds less crazy every day.
Orlando Brown is crazy as
I
fucking
know he
dog
is, but
shit.
he's been talking
crazy.
about that Diddy stuff for years, and everybody is like,
Look, bro.
he's crazy.
All I'm saying, bro, is this nigga. We've talked about this shit before. Everything that we heard about this nigga is sounding to be true.
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah.
people are verifying similar stories, and I'm like, bro, like the people we're hearing this shit from don't even know each other. Like I heard this from a completely different source than you heard it from.
Yeah.
And they're telling a similar story about the same nigga with details. Like, I'm like, this is sounding a little weird, bro. And then, like, from the story that I heard, it was about a specific party, nothing like this, but it was about a specific party. And they said that the guy that told me he was there, he said that Diddy sent Cassie around to take everyone's phone. And then the artist that he was there with said something on the phone, like he was on the phone when she tried to take his phone, and he was like, "Oh, my bad, I'm just trying to set up some pussy for later," you know. He was like, "Who said you talking about pussy to my bitch? Oh hell no, French, get your mans, French, get your mans." I'm like, bro, that sounds like this nigga now, bro. Like, I'm like, I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
it
Bro,
sounds like he
you
would
guys
do
see
this
that
shit,
video of him in French?
bro.
It just
No,
came
what's
out
that?
recently.
Stay on the top before I let y'all go. But y'all got to call me back with the most satisfying death on the couple of this.
Okay.
But dog, people in the like Mike said, people in the comments, I shouldn't check the comments, but people saying, "Yo, what did she do to make him act like that?" Bro, it don't matter.
It
what she
doesn't
did,
matter, yeah.
bro.
No,
it matters.
bro.
Doesn't matter. Yep.
Bro, I
Yeah.
saw
Good shit, Julier.
I saw, bro, I
Mature.
saw this fucking post. This shit pissed me fucking off, bro. This post says something about Cassie went from Ryan Leslie, who treated her good, and she left Ryan Leslie for Diddy because Diddy was more powerful. and then she thought that Diddy was gonna help project her career, and then Diddy saw that she was a leech, so he was just using her and abusing her, like, because she deserved it, because she was trying to use him to propel her career. Now she left him and now she's with some nobody and blah 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 blah, and basically saying that she deserved it. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, nigga, one, we don't know these fucking people. We don't know why she broke up with Ryan Leslie or why Ryan Leslie broke up with her. And even if she did break up with her to get with a more powerful nigga, that does not justify that nigga beating her ass.
Yep.
No,
Like, bro,
nothing does.
These comments come from two dumbasses sitting at home having a conversation together, and then one
Like that
validates the other one, so then they
Yeah.
run to the
Bro, that's
internet.
some real shit, bro.
Yep.
That's like that one fucking, like, you know, like, as a man, women should worship me. Like, you know, like, bro, that's that kind of shit. Like, bro,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck? And then think about how fucking stupid that is. Considering that is true. Diddy,
Considering that, what is true? I'm sorry.
like, that
She was
story
leeching off
that
of-
she was
Okay,
leeching off him,
Gotcha.
trying to get propelled. First of all, no, Diddy has not really propelled anyone's career.
Not since. I want to say Bad Boy, like early Bad
Like,
Boy.
not like, bro, but that was just,
Not
he
me.
started it.
No, yeah.
But like nobody that nobody is like, oh, it was Bad Boy that did it for me. Like, besides like the early 90s. Like,
I'd say-
he had MGK,
Yeah,
but I don't think MGK, like,
We see how that went.
MGK got on in the beginning of his career because of Diddy doing like the Wild Boy song with Waka Flocka.
Yeah.
Like his early career, but then Diddy didn't do shit for him after that. He kind of just faded off, and then he did everything else on his own.
yeah, but like, so like, I don't, so why would it take, I mean, possibly, but we already knew who Cassie was when she got with Diddy. Like,
Yeah.
that was like, she had already had a song, she was already signed, like, like, what would that, okay, maybe she could try and be a bigger star. The people that are going to propel you to a bigger level are more than likely not front facing people in the industry. It's
Yeah.
more than likely behind the scenes people in the industry
Yeah.
that don't do, like, they're,
Or Jamie Foxx.
I don't, maybe.
I think
Never-
it all depends.
We're gonna move
like,
past Jamie Foxx because my story was involving Jamie Foxx.
Oh yeah.
But who in the end do you think that everything that's gonna eventually come to light about Diddy is gonna be to the level of R. Kelly or further?
Further.
further. I say further.
It depends on if there's any, like, if they can actually prove any of the like gay shit that they say about him.
See,
Like-
my thing is, I think
even if he do come out like
No,
No.
but it's
But
just,
if he's sexually
more so the
assaulting
sexual-
men, then
Yeah.
yes, that's
So-
a strike against him.
Oh,
it's like that. So in our eyes, no. But it is gonna be a strike against him if it actually come out
mm,
that he, did do this. Like
my
sexual-
thing is what makes me think that it'll be more impactful than the R. Kelly thing is the R. Kelly thing. Now, I'm only just talking about surface level stuff, what I know. I don't know
Yeah.
the details, obviously.
Yeah.
But the R. Kelly stuff was this guy doing these things in his private sessions and kind of like very secluded. While Diddy, it seems like there's a congregation almost publicly, like kind of people are in on it, or there's other things going. So if Diddy gets proven found out, I feel like other people
No,
know.
it was-
He won't go
No,
down
I
alone.
mean,
It'd be bigger
everybody
than-
know about R. Kelly since fucking 2003.
Yeah, of
But
course, yeah.
I think what Matt means is like R. Kelly did it on his own. Like, it wasn't like a group project.
Right.
I think it was a group. There
I
was
mean,
definitely
No, it
again,
wasn't-
it could
it
be.
was-
It could be.
no, so
Well, again, we're
it
surface level boys.
was a group thing, but it was not a group industry thing.
Yeah, well,
like,
P. Diddy.
R. Kelly is not R. Kelly. As big as R. Kelly was, R. Kelly is not Diddy.
No.
Diddy is Diddy.
Nah.
No.
Like, Diddy is like one of the biggest figures in music. Like,
Yeah.
like ever. Like, you know, like as an executive and just like in that space, like Diddy is like a whole nother stratosphere. And then
Yeah.
like, so R. Kelly was doing that with other people and shit like that, but he was taking girls that were unknown
Mm.
and then
Besides
saying like,
Aaliyah.
oh yeah, like, you know, I'll help you with your career. Like he was actually being a predator in
Yeah,
that way.
100%.
Besides
then-
Aaliyah.
Besides Aaliyah, but Aaliyah was still young when that even came up. But like he was, and then he was doing fucking like multi-level marketing, having them go out and find other girls and all kinds of shit. Like people definitely knew. But like with the Diddy shit, like even in the case that we were just talking about, bro, this nigga, that footage was there for 8 years.
Yeah.
Like this nigga is definitely spreading money around. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
this nigga is definitely like
He has some power.
like he has
Yeah,
he
a lot
has
of power.
some power. Like
mean, when
actual
you're-
power.
You're a borderline billionaire. I think he is a billionaire.
He was.
Borderline
I don't know.
billionaire.
Maybe.
Like you,
Paying off some people,
You
he's
can-
gonna lose it.
He just seems like
Look at the
he
Drake.
just seems like eccentric. Like it doesn't help.
All right, we love you.
goodbye,
Lear.
Julia.
Modular.
Yeah,
Satisfying death.
yeah, we got
We'll call you at the end.
Yep, we'll call you right at the end.
Bye.
Don't fucking call him. We don't fucking don't.
You gonna watch the episode?
But yeah, bro, that shit is ridiculous. But that's all. Like, bro, that shit was so disingenuous. Like, I think that he shouldn't have said anything. Like because it didn't. Him saying anything, it does not make a difference one way or the other.
Do you know what bothers me the most about it?
Huh.
Because clearly you can tell that he didn't care. Like you could tell it didn't
Yeah.
mean anything to him. But also you could tell that it wasn't an apology to
Her, Yeah.
It was an apology for sympathy for him.
yeah,
It was like, hey, I'm having some rough times right now. Be nice to me. Make sure, like, don't judge me. Like, we all have dark times. Like, it was more so like, hey, cut me some slack. You know?
Yeah.
That's what the apology was more so like. It wasn't an apology to her. It was an apology to the public
Yeah, to his ego.
because he looked bad to them.
mm-hmm.
Just like, because to be honest with you, I hate it when celebrities apologize to the
Oh, of
public.
course. That's
Because one, I have nothing to do with your life. I don't give a fuck about your apology. Like when they made Tiger Woods apologize for cheating on his wife.
Why the
What
fuck
that
do I
got to
care
do
what
with
this nigga
me?
did?
Why are you apologizing?
or
to me?
when the industry for the Black Lives Matter movement said I'm sorry. It was all the white actors, and it was like, what the fuck?
That's
I don't like it when
to
they
an ex-
apologize.
to
but
an
that
extent.
just
I
seems,
got that.
But this one just seemed it again.
My point is, it's always performative. Every
Yeah,
single
that
time
is
they're
like-
not.
that's all it
yeah,
is.
It's not
like-
they're not actually being
And
sorry.
it's also it's
They're
never
being
the
sorry.
celebrity that wants to apologize. It's their publicist or it's
Yes.
their like the people that sponsor them are like, yo, you want to keep that sponsor, you want to keep that money.
Exactly.
Apologize. Make sure you wear a logo while you apologize.
Yeah,
Uh,
like,
you know,
bro.
that's why Yoo-Hoo took a dip when Kanye was ranting about Nazis while drinking Yoo-Hoo.
Damn.
It
they
didn't actually.
apologize?
Probably bringing that up.
Fucking
Bro, I texted Bujo
You
that
just
day.
said 5 words, and I
I
couldn't.
texted Bujo that day. I was like, Hitler's in a, or Hitler. Well, basically, same thing. I said, Kanye's in a conversation praising Hitler while drinking a Yoo-Hoo. I was like, it's not looking good for Yoo-Hoo, bro. I was like, they're going to stop selling them at Speedway. I
No,
put
that's
money on
not
it.
fair to you.
Bujo was hurt.
No, bro. But no, that I get that, and it is definitely performative. Like there's
Yeah.
an element of performance
Don't
to it.
apologize to me.
And
You
like
didn't.
I get it on one hand because it's like on one hand it's like with some of the it kind of it's on a case by case thing because like some people you can tell like they are genuine and then like I noticed like there was some shit with
Quick question. Who do you think has been genuine with their apology? Just name me like 2.
There are.
I think
some-
when Ashton Kutcher came out and him and Mila Kunis
Because they're fucking stupid.
when they were apologizing they weren't apologizing, they were addressing shit during like when George Floyd died and like that kind
Oh,
of shit.
I thought you meant when they wrote letters defending a sexual rapist.
No, not that.
Ooh.
I'm
yeah.
talking about that.
No,
I was
Like
talking
I
about
think
that.
when they did that, they were being genuine, and that could be genuine too because maybe they
No, I
didn't
think they were
know
just-
what was happening.
No,
Like-
they knew.
Like they didn't. Like that would be like and I know this because I know this from personal experience with like shit happening with people I know or like my own family and shit like that. Like if you did something and then you got in trouble,
Yeah.
and I know the details of the case. I know like just a bit about it, but I'm like, that doesn't sound like something he would do. So I'm like, okay, like, or maybe he was like, that was fucked up, but like, I don't, maybe it's not as bad as like they said, like, you know, so whatever. Or like what people were saying about that dude from the fucking Nickelodeon shit before they found out.
I was going to bring that up.
Like before they found out the details of it, like they're friends with this person. You automatically have a bias where you're like, they wouldn't do that.
But no, they wrote the letters after they learned everything. There was during the sentencing when the judge
That
had
makes a difference.
sentenced them or sentenced him. They were like, "Bro, he's not that bad of a person. Like don't you go light on him like this, that, and the other." But they knew the details.
I would have.
That's why people call them out, and that's why they apologized.
I remember. I thought I saw
that.
I would have to look that up because I remember seeing.
I
that
remember
they said
it
that
as well.
before they found out the details of it.
No, they got called out because they wrote those letters.
No, that doesn't.
thought they were doing a
Them
good
getting
thing.
called out doesn't mean anything because people call them
No,
out
I'm
no
saying
matter
that's
what.
why.
Like,
I'm saying
so-
that's why they apologized.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They
like
probably didn't think anybody was going to find out about the letters.
of course they would find out about the letters.
So,
But regardless, like
because I know people who've done some nasty shit, and I'm always just like, no, fuck them. Even family members,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, fuck them. They
Well,
deserve everything they get.
if they did what they're saying they did, then that's
See-
one thing. If you don't know or you don't
Because I
think
know.
or whatever, like that's one thing. But like you got to find out the fucking details of it because it's like I was talking about that with somebody else, and I was like, so even in situations where a person is already in trouble, they're not going to tell the truth.
Mhm.
Like because if there's no proof of it, they're still not going to tell you the truth. So you have a relationship with the person that did it and not the victim. So you're like, okay, well, you know, like yeah.
See,
like
it sits differently for me because, like, if you did, like, not saying if you did, but like, if someone accused you of doing something, I know you're on a very personal level, but like, still, there can be some things that I may not know about you that you keep deep down secret. So this person who's saying these things about you might have some weight to them. And if I'm just out here just straight defending you because you the homie, it's like, and then it proves they're right. I'm looking like egg on my face.
but you're
But
gonna
also,
look
but
worse.
the
You're
thing
gonna
is,
look worse if it comes out that it's not.
well, that's the thing.
and
What I'm saying is, I'm not going to say anything at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Is what I'm saying. I'm going to keep neutral because I do know that humans can be evil fucking people, no matter how good they seem in person. No matter how good,
Good way to
like,
put it.
there's a lot of times where people are always like, "Oh, I would never see them doing something like that."
Right.
Yeah.
That happens for everybody.
But
that's why for me, I would always keep myself silent, no matter who it is, until I know every bit of detail about that thing.
But
Yeah.
but that's the thing. Like in a situation like that where it's hearsay, you're not gonna know every detail of it
No.
because
Well, that's what I'm
like.
saying. I'm waiting until the verdict.
But even still, like that, it's more of it's not a black and white thing because so if everybody did what you said and they didn't do that, that would reflect poorly as a like if the court there's a reason they accept character letters. Like if you're a good person, then there should be people willing to say that you're a good person.
I mean, I'll
But
say if
if
they
no
ask
one
me my
is-
opinion on you, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like-
say the truth about it. But I'm not going online talking about my boy ain't do that shit. Look,
Whole
Yeah, that's a
time.
good point. That's a good point.
If
yeah.
people ask me in person, I'm like, yeah, I don't think he did it. But I mean, I'm also gonna be like, but you never know.
You never know.
I always go back to
Yeah.
I always go back to the motherfucking Ted Bundy movie.
Bro, that stupid bitch, bro.
I go back to his wife visiting him in the cell.
You didn't have any reason. That's different. That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is like he was playing innocent that whole time, talking this, that, and the other. And the most chilling scene in the whole fucking movie is when she's like, "Just tell me what happened to this girl." And then like he just sat there and then he breathed on that bitch and he just wrote on the window and then it went away. And I'm like, but he still won't say it. But it's like this whole time, this guy that she had trusted, married her, like she fell in love with, deep down, he out here.
Yep.
She didn't marry him.
They didn't get married. Sorry,
No, it was the other girl.
I almost said a real bad joke at work today. It was fucking. It was so to me, it was fucking hilarious.
Just
It had,
to me.
it had to do with a patient, so he compared himself to Harry Potter.
You know, all of Ted Bundy's deaths, they're not very good. What are some satisfying deaths that you guys?
How do you rate a death as good or bad?
All right, that's what we're about to find out.
I think that's my manager always used to feel indifferent about that when I would say it. I'd be like, "Oh, I just seen this movie do good deaths, good kills, great kills, even
Good kill.
like from The Killer, good kills in The Killer."
Mm.
All right.
That lady at the stairs. So you're transitioning over to satisfying deaths.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow
Mhm.
flag.
What? Did you say rainbow flag?
Yeah. You said he's transitioning.
Transgender people have their own flag. It's not the rainbow. I forget what color it is.
I think
Blue and pink and
Wes,
white.
if you could throw the transgender flag up for us in the video.
Oh yeah,
Blue, pink,
they
and
do
white.
their own. I think it is pink and white. Yeah.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is blue, pink, and
Almost
white.
like Wes's pants.
Those are blue and white. All right, bro.
I said almost.
All
I
right,
said,
all
what do you
right,
think
all
color?
right,
Nick.
all right.
Anyway,
You've been waiting for this moment for a long
most
time.
satisfying anime deaths. Yeah, but I'm not anime, but
yeah,
satisfying media deaths. I'm letting Matt go. Matt's super organized with his.
Okay, go ahead.
So I kind of took
Plus,
this.
he also had one he was really excited about. He was worried that we might have it, so I'm going to let him get it off first.
Oh, you
Yeah,
son of a
technically
bitch.
too. All right.
I doubt you have it.
So I like this topic a lot because I kind of wanted to open up the definition of the satisfaction. Like, what
Yeah.
makes a death satisfying? Like you said, like, is it that the way it happens? Is that satisfying? Is it the person or the thing that's dying? You're like, I want them to be dead. Or is it satisfying because the story's progressing? Like, you're like, oh, I didn't want to see that person die, but since they died, the story's so great. So I got
Good points, actually.
Those are good points, but I
So I took it a different way.
interpreted satisfying or how you said.
Yeah, me and him are on the same page.
my transition.
His
was
are very
yeah.
detailed, so
All right. So
let him go off.
first one I got is a very typical one. I know Julia would have got it. Would be Joffrey from Game of Thrones. Just and now that's a satisfying death. That's like yes, fucking thank God he's dead because he plays one of the most.
Any spoilers in here? Name a spoiler alert. by
Oh,
the
that
way.
was that. Yeah.
That one's probably
So-
not a spoiler. We've all seen it probably.
Yeah, so every single death I'm saying is strictly what has been out for at least a couple years because there are some deaths that are in some mangas and comic books that are the most satisfying deaths for me, but I'm not going to say them because they're coming out. So I'm only saying things that have come out in the last couple years. So after that, I got Gyataro and Daki death from Demon Slayer because it was the two demons from the entertainment district.
Yeah.
Right when their heads got cut off in that scene with no music and just the sword going
Yeah, that was dope.
goosebumps.
Yeah, that was dope.
Satisfaction. It was just it was the most satisfying death in all of anime for me so far.
Okay.
Then another one I got is going to be Noble 6 in Halo Reach.
Mhm.
That was satisfying because that was after he died. Because for people that don't know, at the end of the game, the very, very final mission, when all the nobles are dead, you're the last one. You just are fighting waves of enemies until you die. And then once you die, it shows a cutscene of him like dying in a brutal kind of fashion. And after that, it pans out of his helmet and the game's over. And it's like,
Kind of
huh.
symbolic.
Exactly. Like that's just like, man, that was a cap off of the story. Like, because if I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I want him to die. But if he doesn't die, it's just like, oh, he lived on and that was it. But
Yeah.
the fact that he dies, like they died all together.
Yeah.
So it was like
Kind
satisfying.
of like Will Smith in I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Movie version, not
Actually,
book
yeah,
version.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's big discrepancy there. The other one, no, this is the one that I'm surprised I didn't think of.
Mm.
Thanos in Endgame.
Okay.
Watching him die was just like it's everybody. That was
Okay.
everybody's like finally. And actually, no. What's funny is I didn't think about. I do mean both of his deaths in Endgame because the first one when he got his head cut off. That's
Remember
what
the
made me
head?
think of Thanos. I was like, yeah, him getting his head off was so satisfying. But then his death at the end of just sitting there and going away is also kind of satisfying, but it's not as well because he still completed his mission. He still did what
Yeah.
the fuck he wanted to
Yeah.
do. And then my last one for satisfying death is going to be, now this is a death that was satisfying for me because I'm like, it was so long and drawn out and I was yes. Light from
I
Death Note.
fucking knew it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, got
watching
that.
I
him-
fucking knew it. You
I
don't
got
get to
that
go
one.
into detail. Don't go into detail.
Okay. All right. Love that death. That's one of my favorite deaths all time.
That was a good one.
I was just.
I think everyone was so happy when that fucker died.
Woo. And then.
God.
I'm going into
Okay,
detail.
good,
Yeah.
good. I want you to. All right.
ahead, you
because
go
that's
next
a
then.
great
Oh, I
one.
can go next.
Well, I
Yeah,
want
I'll
to
do-
do a little honorable least satisfying deaths, just real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Unless you guys have some.
No,
we
go
can do
ahead.
that.
At
Okay.
least satisfying.
The
Yeah.
4 quick ones that I could do would be Mahito.
Four.
Yeah, real quick. Mahito from JJK. It was unsatisfying because we wanted to see him die. We wanted
Yeah,
him to see
yeah,
him
that
get
was kinda
killed by
bullshit.
Yuji. It was built up to be one of the most satisfying deaths in manga, and then Kenjaku comes out and just sucks him up, and it's like,
Yeah, that was
what the
Yeah, that's
fuck?
kinda
I wanted
bullshit.
him
That
to die. And then
That's
it
kinda
would be
bullshit.
Tony Stark in Endgame for obvious reasons, Rengoku from Demon Slayer, obvious reasons, and then Jane from Breaking Bad. That one was so unsatisfying because wait.
I'm not gonna watch it. Don't worry about it.
It's been out for so long that I'm just okay.
Jane was the girlfriend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He could have saved her.
Yeah,
He could have.
watched her
Nigga.
die.
That was he was he was a bitch
Man.
ass nigga.
it's aggressive.
He was, but he was the goat.
Okay.
So who you got?
All right.
Let's go next.
All right. Let's see what I got. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one I'm gonna put is they're tied. Actually, I'm not gonna tie them.
Okay.
Carvel from Snowfall. You guys didn't see Snowfall, did you?
James Bond.
I watched part of it. Yeah.
Carvel from Snowfall. So my definition of satisfying, until you just said something, I'm gonna add something to the list. But for me, when I think of satisfying, it's like people that needed to die.
Yep.
Like I'm just like, all right. Like there's usually a point, and I usually don't hate characters and shows and shit. There's very few characters where I hate them.
That's how Joff.
And I
is
was
from Game of
like-
Thrones.
I was like, because most of the time I get what their point, but sometimes they do a really good job of making them a bitch ass nigga. And I'm like, all right, you need to get the fuck out of here. So there was one, the guy didn't die that I watched. It was a Spanish show. It's called the Queen of the Flow. The nigga in that show is a bitch ass nigga. He needed to die, but he didn't die. But so I couldn't put him on the list. Honorable mention. He still can die.
would be the most satisfying death.
He would be one of them.
The potential satisfying
But like
death. list.
Carvel was
I know
one
who
of
would be on
them
my number one.
in fucking Snowfall, because Carvel was in the first season, and Carvel was so quickly
Mm-hmm.
Saint got robbed, and then he called his best friend. His best friend asked this hood nigga from the city to come help him get his money back. They went to one of the dude's houses that robbed him because he knows everybody. He went to his house and they found this nigga, tied him up, beat his ass, fucking blah 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 blah. Like they were like, this nigga Carvel took a fucking baseball bat and cracked his ribs with it, and he was like, where my money at, homie? And he was like, Saint was like, what? Your money? You like my money? Like, what you talking about? And Carvel asked him how much money it was. He was like, just a few thousand. It was actually like $30,000 that he owed to his plug for fronting him.
Yeah.
And Carvel took the dude in the room and R-worded him,
Oh.
and then found the money. He took the money and didn't give them, he took the money and went and bought shit with it. And then like, so he's just this big bad gangster nigga. Then they end up being like, all right, now we got to kill this nigga. So then they end up like they found him at his house and he was drunk or some shit. They put him in the back seat of a car, and they were going to drive him out to the woods and shoot him. But then he woke up in the trunk and he kicked the back seat in and blah, 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 blah. He ran off. They shot him and like hit him in the leg or something like that. So he's running through the desert. They ended up finding him. He's crying. He's like, please, man, please. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga, bro. Like you like, oh, like now you want to beg? So, and then he died. He deserved it. And then Teddy from Snowfall 2, which was the CIA agent who like, he got them all into the mess to begin with. And then he turned on them. Like he ended up taking control of Saint's bank account and like so he took all his money. Like throughout the whole show, he built up like millions and millions of dollars, killed this nigga's dad, like fucking did all kinds of crazy shit, and then took his money back, and then blah 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 blah. At the end, Franklin's mom ended up shooting him. I was like, he deserved that shit.
I was there for that.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah, he deserved that shit. He was a bitch ass nigga too. This is
Nice.
basically a list of bitch ass niggas.
See, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I would also
yeah.
put the uncles and the nephew. I cannot think of their names. The white supremacist uncles and nephew from fucking Breaking Bad. They were some bitch ass niggas too. And it's essentially
yeah.
the same story.
That's a good one.
Because they ended up like they kidnapped Jesse and then they like put him in the fucking thing and then like they went back and got him, and it was a kind of a that was like the most redeeming thing that
God killed the
fucking
kid.
Walter White did in the entire show. But but it was the same thing. Them fucking pussies were like, please don't shoot me, please.
Yep.
Like
it makes it more sad.
you was killing all kinds of. You killed this nigga's brother-in-law right in front of him after they said he was like, "Don't do it, please, don't do it." He tried to call this shit off. They was like, "Nah," and then shot this nigga and took his money and just like.
Speaking of this, sorry, just because it came to my head, honorable mention, Envy from Fullmetal Alchemist, because he also did the same thing where as he was dying, he's like,
Yeah, pussy.
oh, I love that shit.
I would say like they are bitch ass people.
Bitches.
But like I understand why they still killed him, because like if they didn't kill him, they were gonna go to jail, and that's all they were thinking about.
No, you're going.
No, I
I'm
know.
killing it.
I was happy to see them die, but
Yeah.
like that's their fucked up reasoning. That's why they killed him.
Yeah, let's
I'll
not go
take
to.
it though.
I don't want to go to jail for. I don't want to go to jail for helping you with drug trafficking. So instead, I'm going to go to jail for killing a federal agent.
I want
You
to go
know,
to
that
jail
makes
on my own terms.
Well, they
But
didn't
it
go
got-
to jail though.
It was getting pushed off onto Walt. Wait, no, it was getting pushed off onto Jesse. Actually,
Yeah. Another one is Hidan from Naruto.
Damn.
Bitch ass nigga.
Who was that?
bro. Hidan from Naruto.
Yeah,
He,
I ain't gonna
which one
lie
is
to
he
you. You took
killed?
mine.
he was from Akatsuki.
Yeah.
He killed.
Can you explain his design? Because I don't remember.
He had like slick back. He could
Slick
like
back, silver
live
hair.
forever, right?
He was immortal.
He was immortal.
By
So
Shik-
technically,
he got
he
killed by
didn't die.
He
Shikamaru.
didn't
Yeah.
die. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he just got buried alive.
Yeah, I
So
love
he-
that one.
But he killed Shikamaru's mentor,
Yeah. Asuma.
Asuma. Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed him, and I think he was like bragging about it too. Like
He
wasn't
was
talking shit to him
yeah.
about
yeah,
it.
he was. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of people never realize it, but Shikamaru killed 2 people in that fight. Because Kakuzu has 5 hearts, but he successfully killed one himself
Oh,
when he put the vial of blood in his shit, and then Hidan thought he sliced Shikamaru, but it was actually
it was
Kakuzu's blood.
Yeah.
So he tricked Hidan into killing him.
Damn.
That was his plan, not Kakashi's.
Oh, yeah.
It was when Kakashi did the Chidori through Kakuzu, and he had his blood on him. Shikamaru put that bitch in his pouch. So he already had it all planned out.
Oh yeah, he was.
That's
smart.
what makes that death even more satisfying.
He was smart as fuck. That shit
And
was.
he told him his dick.
That was good. And I fucking Light. Bro, Light was the
Yeah.
first one I thought.
Y'all
about.
got 2 of them on
I-
there for me.
I didn't think he was my last one that I
hated
thought,
Light.
and I don't know why I
He
didn't
was
think
the
the same.
first one that
Same.
came, bro.
I fucking hated him too.
hated Light
Yep.
so much.
Me too.
Bro, that was one.
In a good way. Like they made him hate.
Yeah,
Bro,
that makes
but,
him a
like,
good character.
I hated that nigga so much, bro. That was one along with fucking it was the only probably the only one because I was watching them around the same time.
Yeah.
Death Note and fucking The Queen of the Flow. Those were probably the first 2 shows that I watched where I was genuinely like, can this nigga die already? Can he get like, can something happen? I was like, bro, he did so much bitch ass shit. And especially it really bothered me because he started off thinking that he was doing it for like noble reasons, and then it ended up you're just doing it
Became
for
corruption.
Yeah, like it just ended up now you're just doing it to protect yourself,
Yeah.
and then it, like at the end, it's not
Power.
L. What's the other dude's name? N, the kid that ended up defeating him.
No, I was,
It
got
was-
mad that L died.
Yeah, it was
Least satisfying death.
it was the kid.
And
I think it was N or something like that.
Yeah, the white hair with the white.
Yeah,
coat.
yeah. He
His
told
protege.
him he was like, Light was like,
I ended up liking him.
Light was like, oh, I had to do this, you know, like the world, the crime has stopped. How much? Blah 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 blah. Like I'm God, and yada yada yada. And then the end was like, no, you're just a psychopathic serial killer. Like,
Watch him scream,
like
and
yeah, bro. He
and
was like,
cry.
he
Oh.
was really a bitch ass nigga, bro.
He went out like a bitch in the end.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah.
He really did, bro. He
Loved
deserved
it.
that shit.
Mhm.
Fuck
He
that.
really
nigga.
did.
And I'm gonna add to mine because of what you said.
Oh, say something.
I would put Zeke on there.
Oh,
not
yes,
because-
yes, that's a good one. I forgot.
And while Zeke
Oh my
was
God.
technically by definition a bitch ass nigga,
Yep,
he
is
didn't
always
bother
good.
me in bitch ass nigga ways.
I agree.
He did some bitch ass shit, but he thought he was doing the right thing. He thought that he was doing what he had to do.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's satisfying in the way that you described it, where it's satisfying because Levi got to do what he said he was gonna do.
Yes,
And it took a long ass
dude.
time.
I
Yeah.
told when I was telling people, like my friends, I don't have any expectations for the way that Attack on Titan's going to end because I've heard so much like contradicting things. People liked it, not liked it. It's very controversial. So I was like, I'm just having no expectations, just enjoy it. But the only thing I need is for Levi to kill Zeke. And so at the end, when they're doing all their things, they were kind of working together. So I was like, oh, great. They're going to do some buddy thing where they ended up like overcoming it. And then at the end, it shows Zeke, it's human form. And he's like, Levi. And Levi just fucking kills him right then and there.
Just slice.
I was
it
like,
right
that
up.
was all I needed. This can end.
Yeah, bro, that was
like
that
thank
was
God.
such a
That's a good one.
that was,
oof.
bro. That was such a.
Yes.
They
Didn't think
dragged
about
that
that
one
one.
out, but it was like
yes, dude.
they dragged it out, but it was also good.
Great way
Like
of
for the
dragging it out.
story, like
I
it
just
was.
added 2 new ones to my list.
It needed to
Good.
happen for the story.
Oh yeah, I agree because after the first time he kills him, like that amazing sequence, it's just like a hype, like yes, great anime moment, you did it. And then since he ended up living, and then the second time from there, you're like, oh my God, you really need to fucking do it now.
Yeah.
So then when we thought that Levi got killed by him, I was genuinely upset.
Yeah.
I was genuinely like, this motherfucker got beat by him twice and he dies by him just by an explosion.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So for him to come back into form, because I thought he was out. I thought Levi was actually going to be completely sidelined for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So him getting back in action and then finally killing him.
Well, they also we would have thought. I mean, just from the initial part, like we could have thought that Zeke was gonna die too.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No, I thought
yeah,
they both
like
died.
in that situation.
Exactly.
But,
I didn't care that Zeke died. I was like,
no,
fuck it, he's
but
dead.
like,
but
no, but
Levi didn't
had
kill
to kill him.
Yeah,
Like there was like this was
Levi
a big
had
moment.
to be the one.
But I would put in terms of least satisfying deaths. You know what? I would put Commander Ervin's death in there as a satisfying death
Yeah?
for another reason because like
that's a great
he
one.
died like a real ass nigga,
See,
bro.
I agree.
Like,
That's
he
a great way.
died, like-
That's a great way
like-
of thinking. If he didn't die, then his acts of what he did wouldn't have meant anything.
Yeah, and
him
and
charging
he
in
knew
and-
he was gonna die.
exactly. So
And he was like, "Fuck it."
great,
And then
great one.
Hanji's too would kind of like for the same thing. Hanji was
Mhm.
like,
oh,
He's just
Hanji's
gonna put everybody in
Yeah,
Attack on
like-
Titan
yeah.
pretty much.
Listen,
It's gonna-
anyway,
everyone in
anyway.
Attack on
No,
Titan. That
Hanji
little
too-
boy under
no,
the foot.
no, that
was the
one
most
was
satisfying.
that was not the most.
The eye pop.
Hanji's death too because Hanji died like those two died in like true to their characters. Like
Yeah.
they like Hanji was just like, okay, my turn, and then she was just like, well, time to go. Like
I mean,
she
yeah.
didn't, and then
she ain't a bitch about it.
yeah, she did not bitch about it. She wasn't a bitch about it, but also she, like, even when she was doing it, she was still in awe of the Titans. She
yeah,
was like,
she was still her.
she was like, oh my god,
She
Like,
died. She
you know,
died
like,
doing what she loved.
yeah, she
It was her
died doing what she
passion.
loved. Exactly.
Same with Ervin.
Yeah.
He died leading.
Yeah,
And that's why I wanted. I'm just gonna point it out, and then let's keep going.
Yeah.
I wanted the people that turned to Titans at the end to stay Titans
yeah.
and die, like Jean and Connie. I thought that was a good ending for them. So then when they came back to humans, it was like, if I rewatched that finale again, great finale because the animation was spectacular, blah, blah, blah. But now when they turn to Titans, I'm not going to be like, I'm just going to be like, meh. When I rewatch the Hanji
They're
thing, when
coming
I
back.
rewatch the Sasha thing, I'm like, oh, it still
That
hurts.
shit
But
is
watching them turn, it's just like, I don't give a shit.
Sasha's death was least satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of
Same
all
here
the
for me.
all the fucking people on the boat, you could have killed. You killed Sasha.
Same here.
Anyway,
for me.
go
I
ahead,
agree
Nick.
with you.
I
Well, I had heat on.
Nice.
on mine because I was like, that was fantastic, and I love Shikamaru, and I think there's a very underrated moment in Naruto.
It was.
I
Very
forget about
underrated. So
Naruto
like
a
that was
lot.
a fucking beautiful kill, and they actually kill their villains.
Yeah.
So I enjoy
Yes.
that. So that one, of course, I had Light on there. You know, Light's a bitch. Envy.
Nice.
Envy
That
was a
was
bitch,
Mustang,
too.
right? Mustang got Envy.
Yeah.
When he
Dude,
just
I
kept
can't
going.
remember
Yeah.
because I think
Over-
he
'cause
did
I
it
think it's
again.
Lust.
He
He just
well he
kept
killed
going.
he killed Lust first. That's the first one he killed, and then Envy.
Who was the one that he just?
That
No, that
was
was
Envy,
Envy.
but then Envy, I don't think he died. Oh no, he did die.
He
You're
died,
right.
'cause
Yeah,
that motherfucker did not stop.
you're right.
That was what was
That was
satisfying.
the one. Yes.
Is all that
Yeah, he
anger
was
and
getting
rage
him
that
back
man
for
but
had.
he did
He
it another
just-
time to Envy, but I can't because I remember what made him go into
Pretty
that
sure was
form.
Envy.
What made Envy go into that little worm form the
he
first
turned
time?
Into, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
I think that was Mustang burning him, and then he turned to that. But he does kill him again.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
about
he
to say-
turns into like a little crybaby, and he's just like,
Yeah, the little
like he shows his true
finding-
form. He's
yeah.
a worm.
Because I was about to say, I felt like he did it to both Envy and Lust.
He did it to Lust 100%.
'Cause he-
and he did it good. No, he did do
He
it to them
murdered
both.
Both.
100%, but I could have
I'm not
swore
mistaken.
he've done it to Envy twice,
Yeah.
where he was going to kill Envy once, but then I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. But other than that, I can't remember. Somebody killed Envy to get him into that small form and then put him in that box.
Yeah, I remember what
Yeah.
you. I remember that. I
Mas-
gotta watch
Mustang
it.
was going
It might
fucking
actually
nuts.
no, I think it was Edward because I remember Edward was like, we don't kill. That was the whole reason they didn't kill him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mustang didn't care. He was killing.
Hell yeah.
Especially for his boy. This is how that goes. So it's Mustang. You said Thanos. I also say Thanos, but a whole different moment. And it is when he tried to step to God Doom.
And then
And God Doom was like, you're nothing without the Infinity Gauntlet. And he's like, that's not true. I'm Thanos. And he's like, okay, well, let's see if that's right on paper. So he ripped his spine and skull out. And he goes, looks like that actually doesn't mean much.
God
and his
damn.
whole body just crumbles. And it's like, that's one
hard
of the
as
best
fuck.
moments
Yeah, that's hard as fuck.
for me, because there's not a lot of moments where Thanos really gets shit on in comic books. The dude went into a pit where gods get sent, and he's the only one that came out alive. All the gods have been fused to the wall. You have to like go through this trial. That motherfucker came out.
But you really loved the what ifs when Ultron just
It was okay. What if I didn't, I don't really like that show that much?
Yeah,
But just that, I mean, and plus Doom, bro. Doom is this character where it's like if he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it. The way that he got that power in the first place was uncalled for. So, like the fact that this man was approached by a god who believes himself to be a god and was like, "I'm gonna show you what a real god is like," and then just removed his shit with his hand. He's like, "I don't need an Infinity Gauntlet. I have these hands, and I'm gonna use them." So that was very just beautifully satisfying. And then another comic book related was Red Skull getting beat to death by Magneto
Damn.
because it is literally a Jewish man beating a Nazi to death.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
Magneto literally said, "No powers, straight hands," and then just started beating him in the face. Then turned around, grabbed a big ass rock, and then smashed his head.
Damn.
Murdered him. He did end up turning into Onslaught afterwards because Red Skull did have part of Charles Xavier's brain grafted to his own, and that was what allowed him to mind control everybody at a point in time.
That's
That's where
crazy.
the storyline. It's a good storyline. It's Uncanny Avengers, I think 2015 run. But yeah, Magneto ends up beating him, and like everyone's trying to stop Magneto. This man he killed a bunch of people before he killed Red Skull because Red Skull had his little group of villains, and they were like, "Yeah, we about to take over the world." And like Red Skull had mind control, so he's like, "I can do this shit all day." And he was like, "I'm not even gonna mind control you, Magneto. I'm just gonna make you kiss the ground under my boot." And he was like smushing his head into like the mud, and then he had Scarlet Witch, Havoc, and one other person under like mind control. And Magneto ended up getting them free, and so they started getting the upper hand, and Magneto was like, "I'm gonna do the thing that y'all can't do," and like he ended up like putting metal around Scarlet Witch and everyone else so they couldn't stop him, and he like summoned a bunch of metal, turned into a ball, crushed all the villains in the middle of it, killed them all, and then he was like, his daughter was like, "Don't, come on, bro, like you ain't got to do this.
No,
you was
gotta
doing
do it.
good."
You gotta
and he's
do it.
like, "No, clearly it ain't working," and that's when he beat Red Skull to death and then smashed his head with a rock. And it was just satisfying to watch a Jewish person absolutely obliterate a Nazi.
In general,
Just straight hands too.
in general, I like it when a person has the ability, when they take it back to that, where it's just like the beef is so deep that you gotta kill that nigga with your bare hand,
I like
no
that.
matter
he
what.
had the
like
power,
like,
but he
yeah.
said, "No, I want to
He's
feel
like, nah,
it."
you gotta feel this shit. You know
Yeah.
what? That reminds me
A
of
good one.
Rick and Morty, Rick Prime. That's how Rick kills Rick Prime.
Oh,
He fucking finds that nigga. Like Rick Prime is the reason that like everything that has happened to him, he killed his wife. He fucking killed every version of his wife in every universe. He fucking like did all this fucked up shit. He's actually the Rick that abandoned their daughter and shit like that. And then he finds this nigga, they fought. And then he had the choice at the end. So the evil Morty, like, so Rick Prime created a weapon that could erase somebody from every universe ever.
Mm.
And that's what he used to kill his wife. And then he killed Slow Mobius, which was this character from the early beginning. They called him Uncle Slow. So he was like, I'm gonna kill your whole family, and we're gonna start with Uncle Slow. And then he killed Uncle Slow. And
R.I.P.
then-
Uncle Slow.
R.I.P. Uncle Slow. And then so they get rid of it. So they start fighting after that. So it's actually evil Morty that incapacitates Rick Prime. Like he plays a trick on him. He makes him think that he's regular Morty, and then he shoots him with his finger, and then like he like gets electrified. So he drags him into this room, ties him up, and then he takes that weapon, like that Rick Prime built, and he wakes Rick up, and he's like, "Hey, if you want it, like now's your chance." He goes in the room, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he was like, the Rick Prime was like, "Yo, Rick to Rick, he has the weapon plans. Like, nip this in the bud, bro. Like, go take care of that shit." So he had to make a decision whether or not he was gonna kill this nigga or get those plans back, because evil Morty having those plans is not a good idea.
Mm.
But he decided, he was like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck, and just beat this nigga to death. And he walked out covered in fucking blood. And Morty was like, did you do it? And he was, the evil Morty was like, that's not exactly in a live amount of blood. like, bro, that shit was dope as fuck. But like that, it was the same. I watched the directors or whatever were talking about it, and they said the same thing. Like it's cool when you can take it back to like that bare, like it's that deep where it's like, I gotta kill you with my bare hands.
And I mean, it was like that for Magneto, because you got to think Red Skull was alive. He was part of the fucking ring that put him in them camps in the first place.
Yeah.
So if anything, he was killing his captor,
Bro.
which is so satisfying to watch. That's why I don't think like everyone was like cheering that shit on. Like I don't. If I were to see that, never mind. I would cheer it on. Like no Nazi, fuck the Nazis, man. So that was super satisfying to me. I'm gonna run with the from The Killer, because I'm gonna go off Matt's thing. It was just a real good, satisfying. The Killer, when he snapped that woman's neck going down the stairs, that one was just satisfying for a number of reasons. Because one, she knew she was getting killed, but she asked him, make it look like an accident so that my kids get the insurance.
Oh yeah.
And so he felt sympathy for that. And then the fact that he did it without hesitation, and no one, like, I don't care who you are, you didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to live, because spoiler alert, but like this woman, he like kidnaps her real quick because she was turned against him. He's a contract killer, right? And they fucking try to get him killed, his agency. So he kidnaps the secretary, and he's like, I know you got files on the motherfuckers that put the hit on me. He's like, we're going to your house and getting it. So they go to the house, and the whole time she's like, come on, man. She's like, I got 2 kids, this, that, and the other. And think about this movie, he doesn't talk unless he has to say something.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a very Michael Fassbender, Magneto. So
this, that.
yeah.
Okay, got it.
So like normally he won't say shit, right? So like he has her captive, brings her back to her house, this, that, and the other, brings the room, and again he's very silent. And at some points it seems like he's not actually going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
And they're leaving the house, and it seems like it's chill now. It's really chill. He got what he needed, and he lets her take a few steps ahead of him, and then he snaps her neck in front of the stairs, and she falls down them bitches. So it looks like she broke her neck falling down the stairs. It was so smooth and just so like clean. It was like, bro, what?
Yeah.
That was fucking
That's a great
just
wave.
and the fact that he honored her wishes, like I will make it so your kids do get, you know, what they deserve from this because they didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That the 2 hologram girls from Jason X. Good kill. Good kill.
Want to
He-
smoke weed with us and dance around naked?
Put them both in the fucking sleeping
just-
bag. He just started beating them.
started going, "Oh!"
with her bitch.
That shit was wild. I never seen someone beat someone with someone.
They said
That was
what's
the best
funny
part of
about
that whole
that
fucking
scene
movie.
is
I don't know if that was
in
the
the
best-
that was the
movie.
best part.
In the movie, he just does it once against the tree and then puts it on the ground. But when they were shooting it, he was just smacking it against the tree. I can't remember why they couldn't like go with
That
it more.
shit
But
is that was like one of the most satisfying. It's like first
That
off,
shit was so
also how
stupid.
did they make holograms physical? Like he could touch them and everything.
that
It's a
movie,
hologram.
there's
the whole
no-
movie doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
There's no sense.
But that was
being
just
made
so
that.
fucking funny
Jason
and
X
just so
for you.
good.
Jason X.
Jason X was
This
They
great.
made a
on
whole
so many
hologram to
levels.
completely travel.
This nigga got tackled to Earth.
Yeah.
He got tackled to Earth and landed in the ocean.
And you just
Dude.
go,
Do you know? I just read something the other day about the fucking first guys that like died in space, and that was how they died. They died that
Are you talking
way.
about the Russians?
Yes.
Did you ever listen to the recording?
No.
I have.
Why would
Of
you?
course you did.
I have.
All right, that was
and then I got one
quiet.
more.
Go
I
ahead.
got one more, and this is your girl. This is your girl. You know Gasai.
No way.
You know Gasai. Get that bitch up out of
That's
here.
my baby. She didn't deserve that
Future
shit.
Diary.
She
That
didn't
bitch-
deserve that
She
shit.
deserved, bro. You know
Every
Gasai
fucking
is
death
the
in
most.
that.
You know.
Fuck you, Matt.
You know
That's
Gasai.
finally all fucking die.
Look, I might have to agree
His
with him on
friends
this one.
did not deserve
His
to
friends
die.
did not.
Okay, yeah.
His
I would
friends
take it
didn't
back.
do
not.
shit.
I agree.
That's why you know Gasai I
agree.
think deserved it the most.
I agree. Yeah.
Because she coaxed my mans and like, yo, fuck them. But like the fact that she came from another dimension, killed herself in that dimension, and then took over that life and just like manipulated this kid into just this big mess, killing his own friends. I think his parents both died too at some point. I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I think his mom. I don't remember, but like
something.
I do
he
think they do.
I don't
literally.
think they died.
No, I do think they do because then that's when they like lived together.
Yeah, because like his parents both died, and then she like
His
convinced
parents
him to
weren't
let
there
his
the
friends-
whole time.
His dad
No,
wasn't,
his-
but he
yeah.
lived with his mom.
Dad, yeah, but his mom wasn't home.
His mom came
Like
home
his
when
mom
that little
came
weird
home
kid
for
was
that
there.
little, yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
little
But
brother.
she wasn't there.
Might have to rewatch him.
I
'cause
don't
I'm
think.
pretty
I don't
sure
think
they
she died.
I think it's the little kid that killed his mom.
We're
No,
gonna
the little
rewatch it.
kid.
We're gonna do a rewatching.
Oh yeah.
yeah, with Matt. We're doing
He
a
doesn't
rewatching
kill-
with Matt.
He doesn't kill his mom. He doesn't kill his mom.
Okay.
He doesn't. I didn't say he did.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely. Did
I'm just
not.
saying
No,
that
yeah,
his
he
mom
did not.
died.
Yeah.
I don't think his mom doesn't.
We're gonna
die.
Google it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna Google it. We're gonna watch the whole show again.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that I want to say a certain character. I know people get
There's
kind of
a
upset
couple.
about it, and there's an honorable mention. I'm gonna go with Ace.
Satisfying?
It's not satisfying to the point where it's like I'm glad he's dead, but it needed to happen
Okay.
for Luffy to kind of
It was,
understand that this is
yeah.
some real
Canon
shit.
event. Yeah.
Like
That was
he
the
needed-
first real death in the whole fucking bitch.
Yeah, and it made Luffy buckle up.
Yeah.
Cause like at first, like you're watching the show and like, yeah, there's some serious moments and shit like that. But like, I don't think if you watch the show, like Luffy wasn't taking it as a life ending serious event in his, career.
Yeah.
He didn't think it would end him per se.
Yeah.
Even when Crocodile stabbed his ass through the chest and shit like that, I still don't think it crossed his mind.
Yeah.
But like seeing Ace, who he thought was unbeatable, die,
Yeah.
I think that let him know, like, yo, we're still not strong enough.
Yeah.
That's why they did the 2-year training.
Well,
He's
yeah,
like,
that was him that
that was
initiated.
pivotal. You know the word I'm using.
Yeah.
Say it for me. I don't know it.
That was a pivotal.
Pivotal. I don't know words well. Accuracy, gratuity. But yeah, I think the Ace, I don't want to say it was satisfying in the fact that it helped the story much more. Like it built those characters better.
That shit was.
And
That shit made my heart hurt.
I mean, look at his. And trust me, I love Ace. I miss that man.
Damn.
And you can tell Oda misses that man because he be putting him in flashback
Yeah,
like
he
a
be dropping that
motherfucker.
nigga in
And
there.
flashback, yeah, Ace was there, just so you know. Ace was there. The world was created.
Yeah.
Ace was there.
Yeah.
Ace had shown up. He was there for it.
Wes, you got something for us?
I've got a few.
Go ahead, drop
So
them bitches in.
most satisfying deaths, I would say Voldemort for sure.
Oh,
I was
damn.
gonna put that one in there, but I was like, let me not touch that one.
I mean, it's a obvious
It is,
one.
yeah, no, it's a good one. Then.
Obvious one. Cell.
Cell needed to die.
Cell needed. I think any villain in Dragon Ball.
No,
yeah,
but
they
that
all
one I felt like
like when Trunks cut Frieza in half, that was very satisfying.
that was satisfying, but I felt like what they went through trying to kill Cell to finally kill him, like he
Yeah.
was blown apart multiple times and it was just
Yeah.
fine. But
Never
then
mind.
least satisfying deaths.
Oh.
Actually, I was gonna throw one more in there, but I eliminated it and changed it to somebody else in the show as the least satisfying. I felt Walter White should have went out way worse than he did. Like I
He
felt,
was bleeding out on the floor.
Interesting.
yeah, I felt like
It was kind of weak. I agree.
all the fucking shit he caused. Like if he never did any of that, so many people would be alive. But because
Yeah.
he did that, fucking Mike died and fucking his brother-in-law
Dude,
and fucking.
Mike's got to be the most unsatisfying. Oh man,
You wanted Mike
I
dead?
take that back. Mike is the most unsatisfying.
Oh yeah,
death.
yeah, yeah.
because that is the one that's just like.
Well, I would say that's a sad death. Not I
Yeah.
feel like
So-
unsatisfying is like somebody that should have died, but the death wasn't great.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then
Wait,
so
Mike was Mike the hitman dude?
yeah,
Yeah. That was stupid as fuck.
yeah,
Yeah.
Zamasu dying or not dying, however he fucking was ended was not great. I didn't like that.
Oh, but Godchild, what's his name? Zamasu or
Xeno.
Zeno? Yeah, Zeno. They're all Z's. Zeno coming in just erasing the universe.
That nigga's just with it. Okay.
I like watching it in the fucking Japanese
I like
version
that,
more.
Yeah.
He's so much cuter. Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And then I've got one more, and it's from Sons of Anarchy.
Ooh.
Any of you guys watch it?
No.
Okay, well, Clay. Clay is like, he ends up being the main character. Jax's basically stepdad.
Yeah.
Are any of you gonna watch it? Cause I'm
No.
Okay, well, I'm
No.
about to spoil the fuck out of it.
Get it, girl.
Let's see it.
You find out as the season goes on, or the series goes on, that Clay was responsible for the death of Jax's father.
Hmm.
And throughout the show, he is responsible for quite a few deaths indirectly. One being like the saddest death of the show was Opie, where he had to go to jail because of something with Clay, and he got beat to death with pipes while fighting 4 people.
Damn.
Damn.
So then when it finally comes near the end and Clay dies, all Jax did was shoot him in the head and then shoot him a couple times in the chest. Like I felt like he should have been like
Yeah.
a brutal death. That was a pretty
Yeah.
humane death, shooting somebody just in the head.
That's a good way of thinking of the
Yeah.
unsatisfying deaths.
Yeah, I would say so. Should we call Jalir?
Least satisfying
Get
death.
his in on this?
We're at 1:24, so
Uh,
we should probably wrap this shit up. You want to call Jalir? You can call him.
Let's just say what he's got.
Let's see what.
Yeah,
but tell him
we
just
gotta do it.
just
We
fire
gotta
off
do
your
it.
list.
You know,
Fire off your list.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. Calling him right now. Fed Dodger.
Lil Shouty is a head doctor. I'm a Fed Dodger.
And Opie is played by the guy from
All right, yeah.
Remember
so we
the
just
Titans?
did our
the white guy that gets in
most
the car
satisfying
accident.
death.
Oh, okay.
But we're at 1:24, so just rattle off yours real quick.
I just got Joffrey. That's it. Game of Thrones. That nigga had to go expeditiously. The first time I saw that nigga was so bad. I mean, he was so good at acting
You talking about Joffrey right
that he had to retire from the feedback from his role as Joffrey.
Wow.
All right, cool.
That's
Yeah,
wild
that's
as
it.
fuck, actually,
I,
when you think about it.
I knew you were gonna do that one. Like out of any satisfying death for you, I knew that
Yeah.
was gonna be on.
He actually said
That
it.
episode, I got to run it back, bro.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah,
just
Matt
won.
said it. Yeah. All right, bet.
All
All
right.
right.
Love
Bye.
you, Lear.
All right.
Say I love you back. Don't hang up.
Oh, ass nigga.
All right.
I think least satisfying death would also be Selena and Selena. Yeah, it's not satisfying.
Well,
She shouldn't have died.
Is that counted as media? Because I was gonna say
Is
the
it not
most
a movie?
satisfying was gonna be Dahmer.
That's a.
Oh,
That's not
in the
media.
TV show. It is media. It's a TV show. Heard about it in the news.
Beat to death by a cellmate who's black. No,
that
his
was Bundy.
cellmate beat him to
I
death.
did not know that.
No, that was Bundy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, for real, sweet. Yeah.
He got beat to death,
That's
bro,
cool.
by his cellmate, who, if I'm not mistaken, was
But-
black.
He was black. He was a crazy motherfucker. But he said that Dahmer didn't make any noise when that was happening.
Yeah, that's the creepiest part.
Like he said, he just let it happen.
He didn't make.
Oh, that's
he
all
he
right,
didn't go
that's
nothing. He just.
Ooh. Unless he.
You imagine beating someone to death and he's not making a noise? And you don't even know when he's dead at this point. Because some people are like, oh, he stopped making a noise. He must be dead. He didn't start making a noise.
Nah.
He's been dead.
Wow.
Yeah, that was, or maybe that could be it. Maybe the first hit killed him.
True.
Maybe. Either way,
Knocked
time
his
to
ass
sign
out.
out, sign off, and heavy sacks alike. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button again, continue to hit that like button and personal space and hit that like button.
And don't stalk people.
Don't
stand
stalk
outside
anybody.
on your
Don't
porch
ever do
at
that. Don't be
3 in
creepy.
the morning.
If you're gonna be creepy towards creepy men.
Yeah.
If you're a man, cat call someone, cat call him. Hit him with some weird shit too. Hit him with some fucking
Some
weird
shit.
Your foreskin stretch? Just some weird shit. Anyway, see you space cowboys later.